he's going. He's going. He's going. You can still... Good morning. Look at that June gloom. Let's go. Actually, let's go to my dentist appointment. But actually, what I'm gonna do is, by the way, it's Thursday. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's vlog. Actually, believe it or not, it's not up yet. I try to upload it right now here at the Lowe's Wi-Fi, but I was having some issues. Anyways, it'll be up soon enough. I'm gonna head out. I got like I told you yesterday, I got a 9:30 dentist appointment. But coincidentally, or luckily, my dentist is right around the corner in the same shopping center, like walking distance is a tire shop. I'm gonna take advantage of the time while I'm in there getting my session of deep cleaning and get my tires rotated and balanced. That's something that I never did after I got my alignment. So I found out that if you're unaligned and your tires are getting worn wrong, and then you get the alignment, it doesn't like balance out the tires. Like if they're worn wrong, they'll continue to wear wrong because that's kind of how they're sitting. You're supposed to rotate them right away. That's something I didn't do. So they've kept on wearing wrong. I was like, oh no, that was my bad. So learn from that mistake. I'm gonna go get them rotated, balanced. I think I got a couple nails, so I'm gonna take care of that too while I'm in there getting my grill done. Then after that, probably check in with Victor because I think he had some trunk issues going on with his trunk on his car. He wanted me to help him. And then wait till 12 o'clock because I got that 12 o'clock interview over with that dentist tech job. So a whole lot of dentisting going on today. Let's get it. These mom and pop shops, I love them. I mean, 10 minutes. Hi, I need a tire rotation. Okay, pull up right here. You got 4 to 5 dudes. Pull up. You know, one guy's unscrewing, the other guy's doing the last part with his fingers. The other guy's fucking, moving, rotating the actual tire from front to back, and bam, 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 bam. And the other guy fucking mounts them. By the time the guy's done removing them, it's already time to install the first one he took off. He comes back. I thought, I'll drop it off. I'll go get my teeth done while these guys work on this. By the time I'm done, I told them to check. I had a couple nails in there. And a couple of them, some nails. I didn't know if they were, just superficial or whatever. Nope, everything's fine. Cool. Now I'm here up at the dentist and I'm early. I'm gonna see if they can see me already, take care of business. Oh, they got a homie. Oh, he's gonna run. He's gonna run. He's gonna run. Oh, he's going. He's going. He's going. You can still go. 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 Oh, poor guy. He was just skating around and then they just swooped up. Alright, so video finished uploading. Borrowed Lowe's Wi-Fi, takes a little longer than it does at the pad. Anyways, checking in with you. We just got some action here from the police department, taking down some young, low, lightweight skater guy who didn't look like was doing much, but I'm sure they had their reasons. Took three officers. Anyways, pretty much that was solved. Last one's pulling away. And yeah, dentist, I forgot to check in with you. Over at the dentist, that was easy peasy. Was in and out of there in like 10 minutes. That whole thing was way quicker than I was expecting. Tire rotation, and the whole dentist thing was just quick. Probably total 20 minutes max, everything. I may go back and get a little consultation from the pro tire guy. One of my tires does look a little worn weirdly. I don't know if just kind of leave it after the rotation and it'll balance out, or I don't know. I gotta go get kind of that figured out. It's early summer, so I got all summer before I gotta make a decision. But it's nothing unsafe or anything like that. Just worn a little funny. Back when I needed a new rack and pinion, it was kind of off or whatever. Anyhow, that's all dialed in. We're good to go. I got the interview here at midday at 12. It's 10:45. Nothing's came in. I'm hoping, I was hoping something would come in, but it's still pretty chill. Summer, 4th of July weekend, whatever. But looks like I'm gonna start having to make a choice here of go home, freshen up, change, just I guess go from a t-shirt to a button-up shirt just to be a little bit more presentable. I mean, it's not nothing fancy, so that's gonna do it. And I think that's it. I think that's it for this check-in here. Did some push-ups, so now I'm gonna go check, see if that video's completely uploaded, and then take off to the pad. And yeah, just maybe I'm thinking early lunch, possibly. I don't know. Maybe then afterwards, maybe probably after the interview, I'll come home and have lunch. Maybe that'll be better, probably. Anyways, choice time. I'll see you in a bit. All right, I'll finish with the interview. It went well. Didn't take very long. It was about 20 minutes. I got to talk to a couple people. It looks like I talked to the head cheese, the owner, or VIP at least. I think it was the owner. And then I talked to his manager. They seem real cool, good energy, a nice chill vibe, you know, not so uptight, not so, you know, thinking they're just hot shit. No, just chill, just a real chill two people. That the whole vibe, when you walked in, you could tell. When you walk in, it's like, okay, here I am, and you read the room, you know, not only read the room, it was empty, but you just feel that, you know, you could tell by just kind of the energy and the approach. And the approach is cool, chill, easy, kind. It was cool. It was cool vibe. We had a good conversation. Basic, you know, you could imagine. Oh, you know, looked at the resume that I had put up. I mean, there was that was an old, not old resume, but those resumes had a lot of like old school stuff. I was like, dang, I gotta kind of update that, because he was talking about, oh, so you did this. I was like, damn, that's like 100 years ago. But yeah, I guess I did. Oh, and then we all arm wrestled. I arm wrestled with the main guy. He's like, you're strong, can you lift heavy things? I was like, yeah, I'm strong. It's just like, and he kind of looked at me like, oh, look at you. It's like, okay. I go, well, I exercise every day. A healthy mind, healthy heart. And this dude puts his elbow on his desk and he says, put it right here. I was like, this fool, I like you already, let's go. And I was thinking, okay, he wasn't jacked, but I don't know if he no, what is it? Jacked, hold on. Like, he wasn't buff. What's the other one? There's two of them. There's buff, and then there's jacked. Jacked, I guess, is when you're, I was thinking about this the other day, yesterday. When you're super lean and you can see everything. Hold on, let me think about that. Okay, he probably was lean. He could be lean, he could be diced, but he wasn't jacked, you know? But I don't know, he could be just hella strong and hella lean, right? So I was like, is he gonna fucking bam and just tear me up? Like, I don't want to do that and, you know, come off as like, damn fool, you know, you tore him up, you know. So I was like, okay, and it was cool because we both eased into it. We really did arm wrestle, I kid you not. Got up, put him up, locked in. This wasn't his first rodeo. I haven't arm wrestled probably since my kids were little. My son was a little kid and I was fucking around with him and stuff. And you know, started putting a little tension. He put a little tension. I did. Then I was like, okay, I gotta show him, you know, because we were right in the middle. I'd match him. He tense up, I tense up. He tense up, I tense up. He tense up. Then I was like, okay, I do gotta take you over to like 11 o'clock just to show you that if I wanted to. And then I figured, hey, if he could take me out, he'll take me over to 1 o'clock, right? So we're going. I was like, okay, that's enough back and forth. Let's go. And I took him for like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And he was like, okay. Yes, you are strong. I was like, okay, cool. I'm glad we didn't have to get past that. Could he have punked me? I don't know. He probably could have, bam, man, done, who done? Anyways, that was interesting. I didn't expect that, but that was fun. But yeah, anyways, all in all, it went good. The second guy came in. He was a youngster. He was also real cool. Same vibe, and he was pretty much just ready to go. It's like looks like we have looks like it's a good match, dude. I'm liking it. I'm big on attitude. I was like, oh, bro, you just don't know how like that is important to me. Like I love good attitudes too. I need to be in an environment. Oh, I didn't say I forgot what I said. It's something like that. I'm down with that too. I rock with you when it comes to attitude. Keep it simple. And so he's like, yeah. He's like, we'll probably ease you into it. Check it out. See if you like it. See, if it's a match. I was like, that's perfect, dude. It's like, like we're big on just, messing around, having a good attitude, being cool. But, despite any kind of, pressures that we have as far as like getting stuff done, it's always based on being cool and having a good attitude. I was like, I'll be right back. So that was that. He said he'd call me. I was like, good. That way he kind of be sure of himself, let's just not do it right here, right now. Let's, for one question I did forget though, is like, I didn't see like a fleet of cars there in the front. So my thing was like, do I use my own car? I don't know. Or do we use, is there a company car that we ride in, or what's the deal? I forgot to ask that. That's the only thing. When I was leaving, I was already in the car and I was like, oh man. But I guess I'll ask that when they call and they start talking about all the goodies and all the back end stuff and compensation and all that shit. So anyways, now I got my app back on. But Victor needed me to check out something on his trunk. He said it wasn't closing. We had fixed that a while ago. He said something might have just popped off. So I'm on my way back to the pad to check that out. Take off this shirt, get back into t-shirt mode, and probably have lunch while I'm there. I wonder if my wife's home. I hope she is. And then other than that, yeah, just get back to it. All right, so we got lunch going on in there. Outside was Victor's trunk deal that we got dialed in already. See, the thing is, remember I told you that, yeah, his latch pretty much broke. It's the whole spring mechanism. It popped off. One of the brackets that holds the spring mechanism, that bracket pretty much ripped through the sheet metal, and it ripped it. It's inserted into this little hole. It ripped the metal. The hole got too big, so the bracket came out. That's what kind of holds the tension. Ultimately, you can bend it back, but it's just going to peel open again once you put tension on the trunk. So what we have to do is bend that sheet metal back, then kind of reinforce it somehow with some, little piece of metal and some rivets or something. Way too much of a project to do right now. So pretty much what we did is we got a mic stand, adjusted it to where it was the perfect height to hold the trunk open. Problem solved. They're going on the road trip and it's fine. So now he has like a kind of like an old school hood stand, kickstand status. That's pretty much what he got. May even be kind of like the solution, instead of trying to do all that rivet thing. I don't know, something to think about. We're not thinking about it right now. The only thing we're thinking about is that it's solved with the mic stand and we move forward. We're about to hit this lunch. I'm getting a little bit of a headache. That's probably dehydration. I haven't had that in a very, very long time. But maybe after lunch and some push-ups, we'll be all right. So let's get at it. You know where we're at? We're at Raising Cane's. I have shout out to the homie at the Taco Bell who, without asking, without nothing, he just gave me a cup, not the water little tiny cups, but like the real drink cups. He says, and this one's for you, bro. Bam. It doesn't take much to be kind. What did I get? A nice tea, refreshing iced tea that I hadn't had in a long ass time, unsweetened, by the way. Like, that's just a kind gesture. What's the big deal, bro? I just gave you and there's more to that. When you look at these signs as the biggest thing, and it means you're in alignment. When you're in alignment, that means that all the work that you're putting in on the back end, not whining, not bitching, not complaining, waking up early, tracking your macros, exercising every day. These are little signs that shows that you're in alignment with your consciousness. you're in alignment with the universe. You're in alignment with what you need to be doing in order for things to start working in your favor. Not to mention, you got a cold, refreshing iced tea. Let's get it. Thanks, homie. Appreciate it. By the way, I don't think I showed you my clean grill. I got my latch. I told you, he did say one more. So in 3 months, I go back for a more deep cleaning. Either way, he said it was going to be the last one. So happens to be that it's already my 1 year like cleaning. So I'm going to get my regular checkup, my polish, my clean and polish, plus my last session. Supposedly, he'll probably say, come one more time. I'll take it. Of deep cleaning. I'm going to go ahead and start a little treatment here to whiten them a little bit more at home. So that'll be fun. I'll take you through that journey too. I got to the pad, had a quick conversation with my hot Mexican wife. Right now I'm hitting the weights, feeling good. This is like the ultimate part of the day, is like making it feel good. I get the workouts throughout the day to really pump me up and really get the blood going and raise my frequency. But it's when I hit this one right here that it's just like, damn, it hits. After this, check in with my folks real quick, and then we head out for the walk. Today I'm gonna try to do that little bit of review of that Long Leash. I got hit up again the other day and like, where'd you get that? And do you like it? And all that. So I figured I'd review it. Today we're gonna be, hold on, if this is in the way, my bad. But I got Sweet Cheeks right here. Today we're gonna be doing a product review. It's not a brand new product because I've had this for a long time, but I often get asked, where'd you get it? Do you like it? How good is it? Questions like, oh, that's so cool, especially here at the park. It's a leash. It's a long leash. So I'll be talking about this. First thing I probably want to talk about, because we're going to be doing it in real time right here with Sweet Cheeks. Like I said, I've had this for like over a year for sure. And one of the things I kind of modified on it a little bit is that I use the side that just is a strap. Originally it had a clip, but I use this side without the clip, because what I end up doing, we got a yappy dog over there. What I end up doing is on the on this side, on the side with Sweet Cheeks, I release a double-sided, I got this over here. This goes on our harness, and then I release the seat belt, which goes on the other end, and I attach the loop of the long leash. And of course we play ball, so I take the ball along with me. All right, Sweet Cheeks, let's go. All right, I'll see you in a bit. You gotta be patient, we're doing a review. Hold on. Okay, so one of the first things I do when I get here, and I love about this, is because I take my time to wrap it when we're done with the walk, and you'll see that in a little bit, is that I just drop it. Once I drop it, it's really easy to unravel. It just kind of does it on its own. And of course, if you get a knot, it's not, because it's nylon, it's kind of has a little bit of stretch, it's easy to undo the knot. Typically, it just kind of falls off on its own. It's pretty simple to kind of get it to undo itself. It just takes a little bit of patience, and of course it's a little difficult to do this with one hand, but we're doing it in real time. So then, kind of like a fishing line, Sweet Cheeks just kind of takes it. So we're already kind of taking advantage here of the long leash. I still got another piece over here, and of course I always look at my surroundings to make sure that there's nobody, let's say like right here where my shadow is, like picnicking, and she will have access to it. And kind of be mindful and respectful to all the people that are around us. You got Boo Boo and Pen over there. So she takes off. Hold on. She's a mid-level energy dog. She's a senior. She's 9, but I could say she acts like a 6-year-old. She has a lot of energy for a mid-level energy dog. One of the things that I do when she gets ahead like that when we get here, because of the energy, and she's been patient all day, is that I'll kind of like just stop, recall her, and she takes a little trot like that. So she's burning off her energy. And it gives her that sense of no leash, which is really important, that thing. The rules and regulations here, so she gets next to me, and then she kind of, you know, she did that run from over there over here, and she takes off again. She gets that feeling of no leash. She gets to be natural and organic like the planet. But yet I'm still, what I wanted to say that was really important, I'm still following the rules of the park, which is you must have your dog on a leash. And I think you should always have your dog on a leash for just courtesy and safety, because you never know when cars are coming or somebody's riding one of those e-bikes or a lawnmower engine motorcycle, and it's like a 9-year-old, you know, who's wobbling, and it could put your pooch in danger. I love having her on a leash to have full control, where I could hold her if she gets like stimulated or excited or wants to chase a squirrel or whatever, and I don't want her to. I could always just, you know, call her in. There she goes. A little bit more of a trot, a little bit more of an energy release. One thing too, I'll show you right now that I just did, is all I have to do is, if I want to keep her close, she get close. I'll see if I can show you here an example of why I like this. Come here, Keo. Good girl. She gets close, right? There's the whole leash. I just kind of drop it and let it drag. And I was holding the end, but now I'm going to walk, let's say, close to this fence, and I want to keep her close because I know that there's some stuff right there that I don't want her to get into. I'll just bend down, keep her close. Now she has like a 3-foot leash. I can hang on to her, keep her close. Like, hey, no, don't go that way. There's something I don't want you to sniff over there. Come on, let's keep going. Let's get out of this area. Stay close. Then once we pass the area, you kind of let her free again. All right, go play. She can take off. You see, I just do this. I hold the leash. She stops and sniffs. I still got plenty of leash behind me. She's still out there roaming free. I think this is like 50 feet or something like that. Every now and again, if she's she's doing her thing. So we're gonna pause a little bit while she does her thing. While she's doing her thing, I make sure to keep the leash out of any pathway that may get soiled. I look around, give her peace and quiet as she handles her business. We're gonna clean this up. I'll be right back. Oh, one thing too, I guess you could say that will add to it is I'm standing here where I gotta clean up. So I'll drop the leash. I gotta clean up somewhere over here. I'll drop the leash and then I'll step on it. I'll be able to let it go. And then this way I could reach into, where do I have it? I could reach into my pocket, grab my poop bags, and handle business. So if she goes to sniff something that's too exciting over there and I can't watch her 100%, I know that I'm still good to go here. If it was like one of those days where she has a lot of energy, I do this. I'll get it here and I'll wrap it around my foot. And that way it doesn't slip from underneath. Be right back. All right, so, oh my goodness. So there she's getting curious and sniffing away. She kind of pulled a little bit, but of course the shoe was able to hold that. Now that we're all good to go, I'll do is just grab my leash. I let her kind of stay there. See, I'm not even pulling her. I'm not tugging on her. I'm not keeping it tight. This to me has helped her understand that, hey, I'm the leader. If it's time to go, I'll go. And then sometimes, like I said, just in the middle of her over there exploring and sniffing and just like, oh my goodness, I'll call her and I'll turn around and start going this way. Which she's like, oh yeah, we're going this way. A little bit more, burning that energy, let her go back to her sniffing. And this walk, to me, this walk is all about her. See, you got 50 feet going, still got the end there. And I didn't call her. She just knows, hey, Papa's leaving. So she'll come and follow me. Hey, girly. To me, the mindset sorry about that. The mindset I have for this is, this walk is all about her. After we do the 2-mile walk of Long Leash like this, by the time we're ready to start walking back and we play even a little bit of ball, she's tired. She's winded, she's tired, tongue's out. So I'll get to hold on, let me finish this thought. By the time we come back, she's like right next to me, walking slow. So we do the structured walk towards the end. So here, see, you get a little pull. She's starting to get a little too stimulated over there. I was like, hey, come on, let's go this way. She'll come back. And then I'll remind her, hey, no pulling. Make sure you don't pull. And each time she comes back, she burns some of that mid-level energy that she has this way. She's going that way. I'm going this way. There you go. And she gets that. I'm telling you, the part that I like the most is that she gets that feeling of, I'm not on a leash. I'm free range. I get to go, and that's something that I've always loved, but can't do it at a lot of the parks around here, except for rules and also the safety. Hold on, let me get rid of this bag. Other features that I like is that I could practice her commands. Let's go. Right there, see? There was no tugging of the leash, but yet she still listened to my voice that we're leaving. Sweet cheeks, let's go, we're leaving. Let's go. And of course, like I said, she wants to mark her territory. That's up for discussion. You shouldn't let her, whatever. I understand, and I know I shouldn't. But she's 9. She's been great. It's all about her. There you go. Go, girl. Let's go. She gets that roam free. I want to sniff over here. I want to sniff over there. She used to be a very... Come here. Oh, here's another thing, too. And a good opportunity to talk about it. Come here. Come here. Thank you. Look at it. It's underneath. It's underneath her leg. So what I do is when that happens, I call her. All I do is I grab it, and she automatically steps out of it. So one thing that I always like to do is I latch it up to the top of her harness. I don't like using for like the long leash. I don't like using. There's puppies over there. I don't like putting it on the collar. One, because anytime I need to correct her, or not correct her, but call her in, when it's on the collar, it just seems a little like I'm not close enough to see if it's maybe pulling in a direction that's maybe not so good for her. But when it's on the harness, I know I'm putting the tension on the whole body, on the whole upper body, which is like super strong, especially for her. She's really strong, as opposed to just pulling it on the collar. And like I said, I don't know if you'll be able to notice, but like it's rare when it goes underneath her legs because it's sitting on the top, as opposed to right now it would be on the bottom because of the weight. It'd be on the bottom of her collar, so she'd step under it right away, and it'd be in between her front paws or her back paws or both. And here you saw we've been from the car all the way here, and it still hasn't gone underneath either of her 4 legs. Good example right here. Whenever she does get a little too obsessed with something, let's see if she does it. I don't need to, let's see. When she gets obsessed with something, let's say she found something that she's like sniffing away. I'm calling her, she's not coming. What I like about this leash is that it does have like some sponginess to it, some spring to it. It's not super dense. So when I pull, there is this stretch, and it helps like the tension to build. And I keep on calling her, and I keep on calling her, and I keep on calling her. As the tension builds, eventually she's just like, oh, I can't beat you no more. And she'll start walking towards me. Good example right here. Let's go. And it doesn't take much for me to pull. But that tension, it's a build-up tension because of the spring action that it has. And the moment she starts walking or running towards me, it's not like an immediate, no more tension. It's like a slow, like relief, like, okay, I don't feel that tension that I felt all over my harness. So it gives her that sense of like, oh yeah, when he calls, I better go. Sweet cheeks. See that right there. I give credit to this long leash activity of her being able to listen like that. I mean, she's happy-go-lucky. She's just enjoying this. This is why I enjoy coming out for these walks so much with her, especially since we've been doing the long leash more. What's the difference between these and the retractable? I have a retractable too. Sometimes, like on rainy seasons, most of the time this leash is dragging. I have the end if I needed to, like, right now, correct her, like, hey, come here. Of course I don't. So what do? Just bend over, grab it from the bottom and say, hey, bring it. Let's go. There you go. Good girl. And she gets close, and I need to keep her close. Hey, wait. Hey, all the way. Hey. Hey. Sweet cheeks. She's stimulated by some puppies over there. I'll come here and grab it. Hey. And keep her close. Leave it. Good. Go play. Here we go. It doesn't burn. It doesn't, I mean, it could if you squeeze it hard enough. I rarely like keep it tight. I don't like having any tension on the leash, like doing this deal or anything like that. I do my best to, like, this is about as much as I like to hold it. Every now and again, if I do need to, like, if she's, like, for example, obsessed with something, yeah, I will squeeze it. Of course, I have to, like, here, for example, leave it. Good girl. I will tighten it up, but other than that, I try to leave it as loose as possible to give both of us that freedom of, hey, let's pretend that you're off leash and I could get you to listen. Some loud pups over there, and she's totally getting like, oh my gosh, what's that? We could totally get you to listen and behave and give her that freedom, you know? I want to have that sense of, like, I'm not on a leash. I'm a big girl. I listen. Papa knows what he's doing. I know what I'm doing. That's why I don't squeeze the leashes, you know, have it all tense and stuff. Like, no, she's good. She's just free out here doing her thing. There's not that many people here. It's not packed. But yet, if I see her over by the trash can and I know there's deliciousness over there, I can give her a correction. Because I could tighten it, for example. I could tighten it here and then say, hey. She's like, hey, what's going on? I didn't do nothing. But just to give you the example, it's like, go ahead. You didn't call me or nothing. Sorry about that. I had to show him. It does get tight enough where if you needed to do a correction, you can. It's not going to be as tight or as dense as if it was a rigid rope, for example, or leash, like some leashes that are shorter or very tight. It won't be, no, because it has that springiness to it, which that springiness helps. Let's go. Let's go. Look at right there. It's wrapped around the tree. Let's go. It makes her think a little bit. Like, oh yeah, we're this way. And she figures it out. See, she's losing a little bit of her gas already. Oh, another good feature of these longer leashes that have a little bit of the spring action is there is times, especially at the beginning, she still does it, but it was more when she was more of a pup and a little bit more like, God, I don't care about anything else, I'm chasing the squirrel. And she'll take off, and you have to, like, eventually you're gonna run out of slack. And if it was a rigid rope, which I used to use, I'll tell you what happened there. It's like this, like, kind of like when that dog Spike would chase Tom from Tom and Jerry, and it'd get to the end and bam, you know, it'd be a hard hit. In this case, because it does have that spring action, it won't be, come on, let's go. Oh, here's a good time. Tension. Good girl. See that spring action? But it's not major, it's light, or like maybe 2 inches worth of stretch before it gets real tight. That's the benefit too when they pull. If she were to take off and all of a sudden just dart off, when she gets to the end of the rope, it's not a real hard on the shoulder and like, damn, rip my hand off, whatever. It is gonna have a little bit of bound where it's like, hey, get over here. There we go again. Let's go. I just lean. You know better. Come on. There you go. And she feels proud of herself because that's right, I did listen. I was getting a little stimulated by the carne asada fries that were right there, but we got it. She's doing great. I used to use a regular classic from, hardware store yellow rope. I got some nasty rope burn a couple times. Not saying that this wouldn't. It would. It could. It hasn't. Because it has that spring action. It's a little softer. It's a little silkier. A couple times that it has, it did go through my hands and it would slip away. It takes a while before it heats up. It takes a while before it causes any kind of a rope burn. On the other hand, with the yellow rope that I used to have, it was instant. Like, dang, get hot real quick and you'd get hurt. You know, so don't use a rope. I would highly recommend don't use just a regular rope. Get yourself an actual leash. And this is about, I don't know, ½ inch, maybe a little bit more than ½ inch wide. And you can feel that it's soft. It's washable. Oh, we're talking about, yes, it's washable. I wash it every now and again after the season, whatever. I'll put it and get it with the water hose, soap. Just kind of wash my hands with it, hit it with the hose, string it along on the, leave it on the ground on the driveway, or put it along the fence. You know, overnight it'll dry. So she gets that. That's the part right there. That part where she just feels that she's like off leash. That's so awesome. And like I said, yeah, it drags. So when do I use a retractable? On like rainy days or rainy season where the grass is all wet and muddy, whatever, I won't use this because it would be a nasty mess every single time. At that time, I just put it away and I use but we don't get much of those kind of days around here. But when we do, I use the retractable leash because it never touches the ground. Now the retractable leash isn't 50 feet. I think this is 50 feet. I think it is. They have many sizes, but I would say 50 is fine. Let's see, where was I? Oh, like right there. I bent down, pick it up. We're coming towards the road. Hold on. Come here. Bring it. Good girl. Oh yes, you are doing great. Thank you so much for helping me with this product review. There you go. One-way road, no cars. Let's cross the road like chickens. This way, come on, let's finish it. One thing I do, like when I get across, I'll have that rope and I'll just give it a tug. Get to the other side. She's already over there exploring, sniffing away. Again, look. And then sometimes another cool thing is that, you know, she's out there sniffing. I'm looking at her snout, make sure she doesn't get too obsessed with anything. I still got another 2 feet. I'll walk towards her. It's all about her. So she's walking that way. It's not that she's leading me. It's like I'm letting her. So she's at the house. Oh, no. Getting too close to the road. She's at the house. I could tug it and up and down. There. All day long, patient, sitting around. How can I not enjoy letting her be out here free range? She's just running more out of gas. And we're still gonna play fetch. See, all this time she still hasn't gotten it underneath any of her 4 legs. It stays on top, which is why I like to latch it on top. Stimulated over there. She saw something a little bit. I'll let her go. She sees the girls over there. You got Boo Boo, Pen, a hot Mexican wife, and my princess. Probably gonna go greet them. Look at, it's all free. A lot of times, like I said, I'll follow her. Where are you going? I'll let her lead the roam. Not lead the way, but lead the roam. Oh, look at, yeah, that's right. Sniffies. Checking it out. Come on. Good. Oh, you want to go say hi to Mama? Boo Boo has a long one. Maybe I'll do a review on that one too. She also has a long leash. It's a little different. Pan is on a regular short leash.
They all have different leashes.
Today they have different leashes, yes. Uh-oh. Had a little meet and greet right there with the sibs. So like I was saying, yeah, I like to follow her around, let her do her thing, let her have her exploration. But once it's time to move, once it's time to go, yeah, I'm leading the way. Right here, it's just like, it's all you. It's all you. But yet, 100% still following the rules, and know that for safety, I got her back. Sometimes too, I'll do the opposite. Instead of walking towards her, I'll walk away from her while she's just kind of like, oh yeah, into it. What does this do? Give her a little bit of miles between me and her, so that makes her walk towards me, gets more steps in. And all I keep in mind is that, man, you were on the couch all day, on the floor, in your kennel, hanging out in the back room, the side room, the hallway, the kitchen. So if I could get you to do as many steps as possible, good. It's like, where are you going, Papa? Things to be aware of is, if you're going to be walking with someone, they need to be mindful of you and your leash. You don't work around them, they work around you. So you give them the warning, like, hey, this could get tangled on your feet. Walk on the opposite side of where I have the leash. If you see most of the leash being on my right side, hop around me and get on my left. I'm not going to be watching you. My responsibility and priority is to keep me and my fur baby safe. So otherwise it's going to get tangled. You could trip, you could fall. Even with my adult son who walks with us, sometimes I'll tell him, hey, you know what? You watch for the rope. I'm not going to guide it. I'm not going to, this way, it's dry over there. See, she's far away. A little gopher that caught her attention. Come on, leave it. I have plenty over here. I'll make sure to let them know, hey, make sure it's all you, it's on you. I'm not going to be watching the rope. Don't get upset if it gets you caught up. Don't get upset if she takes off running. Leave it. So it could happen and it could hurt your ankles. You're wearing shorts. So instead, you got the rope on the right side, hop to my left. And then as I'm walking, I always let them know where I'm going. Like, okay, I'm going towards those trees. Like, oh, okay, cool. So don't start veering other ways or get into the conversation and forget, okay, I'm going to hang a left right here. I'm going to hang a right. Or get on this side. Just for their ankle safety. Because this could get wrapped around their ankles and they'll fall and they don't know what to do. So that's just a little heads up, I guess. Little pro tip. See, she's losing a little bit of her gas already. We haven't even played fetch. Sometimes I'll stop. Hey, she caught it. She's a Rottweiler, so she gets distracted easy. Hey, where are you going, Papa? So it teaches them that follow. And no time have I had any tension. With the small leash, with the short leash, because she was so high energy, it was always the pull. And oh my gosh, I've tried the bike. It's tough to bring the bike. I got 2 other fur babies and my ladies. I packed the bike. I used to do a scooter. I ate it once, and that wasn't fun when she was a pup. So it's just like, Long Leash was just such a solution. Especially, like I said, when she was like real higher energy. Or during the cold months where right now the sun's helping me out and, helping lose her gas a little bit quicker. But when it's overcast or cold or cloudy or whatever, oh man, we got to do a lot more back and forth so she could lose some of that edge. Or Mondays, because we don't come for a walk on Saturdays and Sundays, sometimes just not Sundays. Mondays are just like, we haven't been here in ages, let me out the car. And it's just like, we got to do up and down. And but you could only do it if you have the 50 feet, which is why, actually, man, I love this so much. Rangers will cruise by, park of people will cruise by, tell other people, hey, rules are you got to have your dog on the leash. They put him on a leash. Look at he's out there having a good old time. They see me, they don't approach me because she's officially on a leash. Matter of fact, even like when the ranger comes, I'll make it a point to get her closer. I'll pick up the leash, like in this case, I got a lot of slack. I'll get closer, pick it up here. That way it's stretched out and it's pretty obvious that I do have a leash. And then, you don't cause that awkward moment. In their books, they could say, yes, that mister over there with the Roddy has a leash. Not questioned, not it's undeniable that she's on the leash and he's good. Even though I have 40 feet of leash behind me, it's fine. Why cause that awkward moments? Let me make sure they see that I have a leash on my dog, and they'll be on their way, and we're done. So I got this leash on Amazon. I've searched for them at pet stores. I've never seen them at the local pet stores that I go to, but where I got mine is Amazon. My Boo Boo had hers, but one thing that happened too that I didn't let happen, but my wife, when she would put it away, she wouldn't take her time to kind of put it in kind of like an extension cord. It wouldn't wrap it up nicely, so she quickly got a bunch of knots on this, tight knots. And she liked the knots actually because it helped her for grip. I don't, because like I said, I rarely touch it. So with knots here, it'd be a little bit more bumpy, a little less smooth, whatever. Just be careful with the knots. If that's not your thing, make sure that when you put it away, you don't have any knots. See, it just barely happened now that it got underneath her leg. Sweet cheeks. Come here. I come here, I grab it here, give it a little. All right, let's go. She'll walk. She'll walk right over it. And we're done. If it was on her collar, that would happen all the time. So that's why I like having it on the back part of her harness. So yeah, just be careful with when you put it away. Make sure you make sure it doesn't have any knots, because once they get tight, you'd have to get some needle nose pliers to remove those knots. Other than that, I think it's one of the coolest things for what I use it for, which is my medium. Oh, here comes one of those e-bikes. Hold on, stay close. I don't know whether that's like an adult or a kid or... Hey. Keeps her safe. Well, we're staying close right till all that happens. It's underneath, but that was just a special case. All right, let's go. Come on. Leave it. All right, I'm leaving. She walks right over it. She's out there exploring. I'm walking away. She realizes, oh, Baba, we're leaving. In this case here, I'll put it in reverse. I got the end here. Oh my goodness, I thought we were leaving, Papa. And she gets a few more miles in, right? A few more steps. How's it going, sweet cheeks? You tired? You good? You want to play a little ball? You want to play a little for you're looking for it, huh? You're ready. Okay, let's show them how we do fetch. Checking for the back pocket. Where is it, Papa? There it is. All right, so the way we do fetch, the advantage of having the leash is I know what 50 feet is, so I'm not gonna throw this way out there. And she enjoys these little runs, so I'll kind of grab it and just kind of do one of these. There she goes. Kind of gets me a gauge. I'm like, all right, see where we're at. Another thing that I've done, bring it. Leave the pup. He's a little tired. Leave it. There you go. Here. Here. So another thing I'll do is I'll see where 50 feet is. For example, let's say, wish I had a tree closer, but it'll give me an idea. Okay, we're about halfway here. I'll know. We'll walk over to this tree just to give you an idea. I know for a fact that, yeah, there you go. Go show us where 50 feet is. I know for a fact that I cannot throw the ball past the tree. So what I'll do, sometimes I'll just kind of step on it here. That's the end. I got it all back here. She's waiting there. I know that I can't throw the ball past the tree, because that would be the 50 feet. Comes back. Go, girl. Go, girl. So we still get to play fetch, but she's still on a leash. Still following the rules. Still keeping her safe. She saw sisters. I got underneath her leg again. See? But we're playing fetch. Come here. Again, this is a perfect example of free range. Pretend that I don't have her on a leash. Hey! And see if I could get her to come. Sweet cheeks. Or if she's going to ignore me. And of course, you got to use your tools. Let's go. Good girl. See, all that was a little tiny touch. Grab it, and she'll step right out of it. Where are you going? So after playing a little bit of fetch, it does take off, any of the extra energy. And I honestly think she still has a lot in the tank. I mean, look at her. We played some fetch. She's still running. There's still plenty of energy there. So it goes to show you how important, or how, I should say, hey! The heck was that? How valuable this leash is to us. Is still, after all that, she still has a lot of energy. Imagine if, because she's a medium energy dog, if I had her like not use the leash, not run around, not play fetch, not be able to stimulate her sniffies and be able to sniff and explore and do all that she does, it wouldn't take off any of the edge. She wouldn't have let out any of the gas. It is a real breezy day. It's cool. So that's why, when on the hotter days, we take it easier. We try to walk all this area here. That's why we're like coming in this section. All this area here is shaded. So even on the, 80, 90 degree days, we come in the evening, the sun's already going down, and you got all the shade area. So the grass never got hot because the sun never hit it. So those days, she definitely doesn't have the amount of energy that she has today, for example. But even with the leash, even with all that running that we did and all that walking and all that exploring, she still has some left. But you could tell that she is winded. She does look, what's the word I'm looking for? She does look, what's that word you use? Looks like she's, see, you always use that word, like, oh, look, after we go to the park, she looks like she's not satisfied, but fulfilled. There you go. She's fulfilled. She's cooling off. If I could see her sit down and cool off like that, and the tongue's out, and she's panting a little, there you go. See, that makes me feel like, okay, cool. We got the job done, and I give a lot of that credit to, sometimes gets stuck in her nub. I give a big time that credit to having the long leash. So if you're interested in trying out the long leash, giving it a shot, I mean, you're not committed to it, you're not married to it, you could try it, and if you don't like it, it takes a little getting used to, not seeing it as a regular leash, being okay with getting your hands dirty. But I think if you have a fur baby, you already know about getting dirty, especially if you go for walks and you're outdoors and stuff. Give it a shot. I highly recommend it. I think it's great. I'm telling you, I've had this one maybe for 4 or 5 years, and the only upgrade that I did was using that double latch that I got at the hardware store that I use. It makes it easier for me to use it as a latch her up right now when we get back in the car for her seatbelt, and then just use that same latch over here for her leash. So if you got any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'll put a link in the description I'll try to find the exact one, see if they still have it. Probably do, but if they don't, something similar, something that I would buy next, because this one will wear out, and just because I love her, I'll buy another one that's a different color or whatever. We've had this one long enough. But I'll put something, like I said, similar to it. But mainly, I guess the thing I wanted to share is that, yeah, long leashes help. And I think they're really cool. It's that mindset too. It's not so much a dog walking leash, because goodness, she's way out there. It's not so much a dog walking leash. It's a tool to let her feel that she's off leash, but still following the rules of keeping your dog on a leash and practicing commands and being able to play ball and keeping her safe. See, Boo Boo's on a long leash right there too. I don't know if you could see her. I showed you earlier, but same concept. You can play fetch, you can practice commands, but yet you're still following. They're playing ball. All the rules of most parks. I know in this park for sure you have to have your dog on a leash. So there you go. I hope this helps. Again, if you got any questions, feel free to hit me up. Say bye, Boo Boo. Thanks for your helping showing them how good long leashes are. You did a great job. Thanks for your help.
Girls.
We're back at the car. Get her seatbelt. Where's your seatbelt? Get her seatbelt. Unlatch the leash. Latch the seatbelt. She's safe. Now this is what I do with the leash. Wrap it up, kind of like a cowboy rope.
Except for the torpedoing.
Wrap it. Throw it underneath. Keep it nice and tight, something like that. And there you go. Just leave it here for tomorrow. Side tip for her ball. I keep it in a cup, and then the cup, I just keep it in a corner. I'll show you. I'll grab the ball, put it in a regular plastic cup. The cup now I could kind of jam it into the carpet, and it won't roll around like the ball would. So it's just a little kind of placeholder, and it airs out there too, ready for tomorrow. Good job, sweet cheeks. Okay, I'm tired, and that's a good thing. That means we got a lot done. So right now, you know what time it is. Some hydration, edit this vlog, put it together, put the other, let's see, that other video that I'm gonna pull out of this, which is the leash, what did I call it? Not a tutorial. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not a tutorial, it's a review. There you go, on the leash. And I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy this vlog. I enjoy doing them. I really hope you enjoy watching them. Let me know if you got this far into the vlog, in the comments, right till the end or something like that. That way I know, like, okay, you stayed here to the end. So that's cool. That makes me, to realize that somebody watched the whole thing, that's pretty cool. Other than that, like I said, I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Make sure you go watch yesterday's vlog. Get in the comments. It helps out the channel. Welcome to the new subscriber we got today. I think we hit 35 today, so that's really good. Also, too, celebrating 101 watch hours, so that's dope. I appreciate that. I hope, like I said, it just keeps on going. Mainly, like, if you're watching them, I hope you enjoy them, because it's a trip to think, like, I'm just sharing my day-to-day life. There's no, like, really, like, hella pizzazz. I'm just, like, that's what's called day in the life. I'm just showing you the whole movie of what I'm doing every single day, and it's really super fun. So to think that like 100, did you hear that? To think that somebody collectively, you the audience, has watched 101 hours worth of my video is really super cool. Like honestly. So that's it for tonight. See you tomorrow.